Hey everybody, Gator with E-Cells E-Bikes. Today we are going to remove the rear wheel assembly from a Kingstar. This is actually a dual Kingstar, but dual Kingstar, Kingstar does not matter. We will start with disconnecting the motor wire, removing the axle caps, and please note, the air is not in the tire. The tire is deflated. It will make your life a little easier. We'll take our 22 millimeter wrench that came with your bike. Now note, there's a little washer in here. I have a magnet that makes it easier to take the washer off. If you don't have a magnet, you can work it out, but a magnet works really good for getting that washer out of that little spot. We have two number 4s that are coming down, pinning this stop in place. We'll use a number 4 Allen to remove the pins from our patented no drop dropout. With both number 4s removed, our pin will come out of place. Remove the pin and repeat the procedure for the opposite side. Once again, this little magnet just makes your life so easy pulling this to where you can get a hold of it. Now on this side, our two pins come from the bottom. One side they come one way, the other side they go opposite. Remove our safety block stop. Now with all of the hardware removed from our no drop dropout, if we remove the derailleur with a number 5 Allen, it will make your life a lot easier. With the derailleur removed, we can take the chain off, set as so. Now with the derailleur removed, we can remove the rear wheel. As you've seen, I just kind of grabbed the axles to give me a pull point. It made my life easier. Okay, that's how to remove the tire. Now let's put it back on. We will set the wheel into the assembly. Make sure our motor wire is pointed towards the ground. The bike is upside down, so I'm pointing upwards, but it would be towards the bottom of the bike. Line up our rotor. Get one side lined up in the axle dropout. And now we just work it back in. Sometimes, if it's not perfectly lined up, it doesn't want to straighten or go in smoothly, you can use your little crescent wrench as you saw. Right in. We will go ahead, close all of this up first, and then we'll re-put the derailleur on. We'll start with our 2 pins and block, washer, and axle bolt. Put our cap back on. We're done on this side, so let's just go ahead and hook the power connection up for the motor, and that's done with. When I'm making this connection, I like to push the plug together, tighten. Push the plug together, tighten. That way I know I've got a full secure connection. Believe it or not, this connection being just a little bit loose can affect your bike in such ways as my throttle works, but I don't have pedal assist. This is what you want to check right off the get-go. We'll just re-zip tie these connections just to make sure they stay out of the way, never get bumped into the bike, catch on anything. We're going to close this side of the bike up the same way we close the other side. We'll put our spacer pin in. And our 2 security bolts. 1, 2. Our washer. And our axle bolt. Now all we have left to do is put our derailleur back on. To note, your derailleur and your derailleur hanger are somewhat keyed. We have a stop here and a stop here. There's a giant spring here. That's why we need the stop, so that you have derailleur tension, so that your derailleur actually works. I'm gonna get my derailleur lined up and started. Now that it's screwing in as it tightens, I'm pushing the derailleur back into a full open position so that my stops line up. Once I've fully tightened this down, we just put the chain back on the chain wheel, and you have now successfully reinstalled your derailleur. One thing to note, I took this off in first gear, so I'm going to want to put it back on in first gear. Otherwise what happens is you go to pedal and shift the bike and clank, 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 because you're in the wrong gear. There we go. Now we can inflate our rear tire and we're ready to continue our ride. Okay, we've successfully removed and replaced a rear wheel assembly with our no drop dropouts. The easiest way to do it, now that it's done, everything's back on and tight, now inflate your tire. Hopefully this video was informative and helpful. As always, wear your helmet. Keep the questions coming. We'll keep bringing the answers.